Here we go. We're live. We are alive. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday night, and this is going to be a live video chat show for arts and crafts for adults because we do use sharp things, needles, scissors, heat guns, hot glue guns, dangerous electrical items, and more. So it has to be for adults. But we're also a chat show where we interact with the chat room all night long. So we are going to do that, and I am going to get my iPad up here so I can see who's in, see who's on first. Let's see if I can find me. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try that. All right. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Candy. Hi, April. Good to see you. Did you get some happy mail? Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, we do that every now and then. We got that going on. We're getting ready to do the hidden paper clip trade. If anybody is interested in the hidden paper clip sign up, it's not today's a good day to do it. I'm assigning names as we speak. So yeah, I've got a little attentive slip here. Things to do tonight. We're going to do it. We're going to try to do it. And um, what else do I know right now? I've just sort of been sitting here at my desk cleaning up some stuff. I found some odds and end things that can go in that box right there. We're going to do some sampling background pages today. I thought maybe that would be fun. It's simple and easy to do. Um, I'm just going to go for memory. I have another book. Let's see if I can find it real quick, if I can get my eyes on it. Hello, Carol and Sharon. Welcome. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. So I've got another book, and I don't see it. I took it out from its regular resting spot that's been there for like 6 years, and I moved it. And now I want it, and I don't know where I put it. But I can probably tell you, I can remember a bunch of it. So I will do that. Um, what it is I learned how to do backgrounds with one of my very first art projects that I did before I started streaming. Hi, Debbie. How do you do? So yeah, so I started out with backgrounds, and that was with Cat Hand. And if you go to her channel, Cat Hand, HAND, and look for MMM, Mix Media Morsels. That was a particular era where she uh, was teaching how to do different things with your mediums, with your supplies, with whatever's on your desk. And Mix Media Morsels. And I went and did a whole unit with her, and we had like 20 different ways to do a background page. And there was, of course, paint, and then there was stamps, like with objects like circles, and found objects around your home, in anywhere like through the kitchen or in the junk drawer. And she would do stuff with cellophane, mosaic tape, and collaging, all that kind of stuff. And it just goes to show you. Somebody was asking how I started how I started a page, how I did a background page. So I did this the other night, Tuesday night, and off of the top of our heads, Dana was with me. We just started putting some things on here. And this is a perfect page for a background. So we might be able to do something on top of this tonight. So what I wanted to do is I've got 3 or 4 pages over here that are blank on the back sides of my papers. And I like to cover these blank pages. So what I'm going to do is do some background pages. And I thought that you guys could help me. And just off of the top of your head, shout me out some prompts, and I will write them down to use on and see if I can use them as a background page, as a beginner, as an icebreaker on my blank paper. And we're doing background pages. That's what we're going to do. So if you guys, since you're all here first, you all get to tell me some of the first prompts. Basically, marking tools prompts versus material, lace and stuff like that. That I could do it. I could work with lace and I can work with material fabrics for a background page. But nothing that's it has to be flat. I'd like for it to be flat, and it's going to be a background page. So you go ahead and start naming some prompts, and I will write them down. I'm ready. As soon as you guys start hollering them out, and I'm going to write down a few that I can think of. And one is paint, which is acrylic paint, a stencil, very good. And these are things that you can use in your stash that you haven't used in a million years. So let's do that. Hi Sherry. Hi Sharon R. We got 2 Sharons in the room. We're lucky with Sharons. We're lucky. Hi Sherry. Come on in. So I'm asking for some prompts. We could even go with watercolor paints. Watercolor paints and or acrylic paint. Can you think of any other prompts? Are you all in the mood? I'm in the mood to make some stuff. So everybody saying hello to everybody. I'm so glad you guys are here. Makes my day. Makes my day. A stamp, okay. Now whenever I write down stamp, it's like stamps as in postage or stamps as in rubber stamps. So it's what you what comes to mind to you that you want to put down next. We've got splatters and paper, dots. Okay, that's a good start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of like go down the line because I think I'll get my stencil out first. And I've got some big stencils. And these were new, and I can't remember where I got them from. I don't remember if I got them for Christmas. I don't remember if I got them from Dana. I don't remember where these came from. It could have been Joe. I don't know. I don't know. But there are some stencils in here. I'm just going to pull one out. And this is the one I pulled out, and it's a chevron. And these stencils, they have the chads, what I'm calling chads, and I have to poke them out. I have to poke them all out. So you have to give me just a minute to do a few. And I just need a corner of this. I don't need the whole thing. I could use the whole thing. I could. That's not a problem. But just for moving on purposes, I'll just do a few. Get a few going here. And they all seem to be going the same direction. Get the chads off of the back. The lonely Chad. Do you all remember the Chad story? It had to do with voting. When we used to have the machine, the booths, that we'd go into a booth to vote, and we had to use a pencil to poke a hole or something to poke a hole in the card when we voted. And sometimes when we voted, we'd punch a hole, but the backside would hang on to the little Chad. That's what you call a Chad. It's hanging on. And they had a hard time doing it. They were not wanting to count that as a vote, is what it was. And it was a big thing in the news. But now we don't have those machines anymore. So we don't have any Chad stories. And you see, I could even use these in my background pages, these Chads. I'm going to set them over here in case I get squirrely and try to go off. So here's my stencil. I'm just going to use this corner of the Chad, and I'm going to use a little bit of paint. So I will put this out on my plate. We're making some background pages. And this paint is kind of thick, and that's okay. We don't need a whole lot, just a little dab. And I've got a sponge over here, so we can try to use this sponge. And I'm just going to sort of go over a little bit, just lightly go over it, and I'll show you what we get. That's all we get. It's just for a little bit of color on your page for the background, like that. And this is a cardboard paper cardboard stencil, and the paint on it that I'm using, I'm going to leave it on there for strength, and you can see how that works. So I'm going to do another one in this direction, just for fun. So I'll do this up here, and then I'll go down here and do this one on this end. So there's my stencil. I'll do a little bit more up here, like that. All right. So that's enough of that. I don't need the stencil anymore. Don't need the paint anymore. I'll put that over here out of the way. And then the next, I'm going to mark them off. We've got a paint and stencil, and maybe a little bit of watercolor. Okay. So we could do watercolor crayons that activate with the water. That's watercolor, but when I wrote watercolor down, I was referring to watercolor paints. So we're going to get this out a little bit. And the only thing I don't like about these is it doesn't have a little divot there to let me open this. There. So I've got some paint or some water over here, and I'm just going to randomly pick a color, and it doesn't have to be vibrant or anything. And I'm just going to do this. A little bit water, and maybe another color. We can do two colors. And I'm going to try to spread it out with the water. Like that. And maybe some green. So what I'm really trying to do here is cover up the white part of the background. That's what I'm going for. You see? So I'm putting some watercolor down. Just going around in a circle here. And let's get some yellow. These are King Art watercolors, and I like them. I'm not a watercolor expert by any means. But these seem to be just fine for me. So I'm going around the chevrons a little bit. And I'll go over here. So I'm trying to cover up the background. All of the white in the background. Like that. That's good. So let's get some blue in here. I gotta have some blue. Me and my blue. Okay. How many more spots do we have left? There. And there's a spot right here. Little spot there. So I think I got a lot of the background done up. And that looks good to me. So there's my watercolor. I'll put that away. And the next one is a stamp. And we can choose our stamps. And I have over here on my desk, my messy desk, I bought me some of these. These are foamy stamps to make your own stamps. These are something that you use to make your stamps. They're soft and spongy. And I have some that I already made up. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to be getting these out anyway today. Let's see what I found a stamp. Here's a stamp and there's a bumblebee stamp. Okay, we'll just use what we've got. Look, there's washi tape. We can add that to our list. We'll get these out in just a few minutes. I'm going to use this and I'm going to show you this stamp again that I got recently. We'll do that in a few minutes. So this one has a bumblebee on it. And this one has art on it. And these are ready to be carved. There's another one here. Let's see what it says. Oh, okay. This is a postage stamp. There's a double prompt. A stamp and a postage stamp on a stamp. And these are my little pink rubber erasers that you can buy. I've got some more of those over here. We're going to go over this in a few minutes when I go over the stamps. We're going to make some designs up. So I think I've got enough stamps. Let me get a couple of ink pads. And I don't really mind what color I use. Let's go something down here that we haven't used for a while. We'll use these two colors. This one is a coffee, and this one is a sepia, something like that. And when I do these, they're not going to be, I'm not going to do them real hard. I'm just going to lightly lay it down and let it do a little marking. I want it subtle in the background. So I can stamp this 2 or 3 times, and I'm getting marks. You can see I'm getting some marks, and that's good. That's good. And we're going to try the bee. And if it didn't come out real bright, that's okay. We want this to be in the background, so I'm just not going to press very hard. So we got the bee down a couple of times. Let's do the art. Gotta have art. And like I said, I'm not pushing real hard, and just going all over a little bit, just random. And then I've got this one is another bumblebee, and it says be something. Just be you. Just be you. And you really can't see it. I'm not making it really dark. Just be you. Got it upside down. It don't matter if it's upside down. It doesn't matter. So there we go with just a few markings here. And I've got that just be you popping out there. So there we go with that. I think, okay, so I don't know which one of these is which, so I'm going to press that down and see. I think this is the coffee, and I think this is the sepia, which is a rusty brown. So we'll put those away. We got our stamps. Now you can stop at any time. We can stop. And then if this is going to be a background and it's too dark, then you're going to take some gesso. Take a little bit of gesso, not a whole lot, and we're going to put a card on it and card it and smear it out a little bit so that it's super thin. I can't open it. Let's try this one. So I'm just going to put a little dot down here and one dot here. That's it. That's all the gesso I'm going to use. And I'm going to use a credit card. And we're making this, we want to make this subtle in the background. And I'm going to randomly gesso this over. No. And I think I can use a little bit more gesso on this, but you can see how much lighter it is. And then you can do your artwork on this page, or it, and you can choose one more dot. What you want to put on this page. You might have 3 or 4 choices. So we'll make 3 or 4 pages. We'll make them all different, and we're going to use them for background pages. So I could paint a head on here, an animal, a dog on here, and that'll be in the background, and it'll look so cute. You won't believe it. So there's Joni. Hi, howdy do. We're making background pages right now, and I really like this. So I'm going to turn the page, or let me dry it for just a minute, and then we'll turn the page. And of course, I'm using paint and gesso, and I've got a brand new shirt on. It might end up being a brand new art shop shirt if I get any gesso on it. So far, so good. I should have an apron in here. I need an apron, and it needs to be just a waist up apron, like a bib. So I've got this drying a little bit. So this is a nice background. No rhyme or reason of what I did. No rhyme or reason. No, nothing. No rules. So let's go with this over here, and it says papers. So I just happen to have some painty papers over here. Let's see if I can find one. Got brown paper. Oh, look, this is cute. This is these are squares. My inks that I have, and I made them square. So let's use some of these. And I'm just going to tear them out, and I'm going to tear the edges off so that they're torn all the way. And I'm going to make squares. I'm going to tear them out as squares. And I'm going to glue these down. And it's a collage. So there's one. There's one. This is going to be a white one. And we're going to use it because we can. So let's see what else we got over here. So use what you have in your art room. If you have some newspaper, if you have some junk mail, if you have a flyer from the grocery store flyers, you can find all kinds of free things. Every time you go out of the house, you can find something free. The gas station has these free magazines or free little local things. A menu from a restaurant that you went to. A menu would be cute. Tear up a menu. What else could you use? What else do you get? Do you ever get any people leaving you notes on your front door for free tree trimming or a free something? There's lots of that going on. You might have just something out of your trash can that you can tear up. Uh, it's got to be dry and clean. It's not going to be nasty. It'll be something that you're recycling paper, or it could be a pretty scrapbook paper that you have, something that you've been hanging on to, and you've just been waiting for that perfect moment to use that piece of scrap paper. Now, here's the time to do it. Now you know what you can do. So I'm going to use my credit card again and put some of these down randomly. And it is mixed media paper, so it's thick. It's going to take a little bit more glue than usual. It will. Let me get some more glue out. Little more glue. And I've got glue all over my page, so I can glue down my papers. And there's no order. There's no police that says it has to go that way or this way. No police. We don't have any paper police. I still need more glue. It's all right. We'll get it in a second. Just randomly gluing this paper down. And you can put more or less, whatever you want. More or less. So let me get a little bit more paper or more glue out. And I've decided not to use those white ones. I want the color. So that's good. A little more glue. Like that. And I think that'll work. And I'll take my credit card and smush it down one more time. One more time. And then we're going to pick something else to go on top. And since I've got wet glue on here, one of the prompts is splatters. So I'm going to go ahead and put some splatters on this. Then I can dry the glue and the splatters at the same time. So my splatters are going to be, gee, we'll just use up this little bit of paint right here. We're not going to be prejudiced. I'm going to get my fan brush with a lot of water on it and just water this down. My water's not very clean, but you can't tell. It worked out okay. So I've got this leftover paint, and I'm going to lay my palette over there, and I'm going to take a piece of paper to put over top over top of my screen so that I will not get you know uh, paint on my screen. So I'll put a little piece of paper there, and I'm just going to let this splatter on my page here. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot, just a little. That's perfect, just like that. And then when we're done, you can always go back and splatter more. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to dry this. This is going to be a background page. Hi, Kathy, Candy, Janet Nash. Hello. Marty here. Marty's here. How do you do, guys? Come on in. We're going to do a variety of things tonight. Does anybody else want to sign up for the hidden paper clip trade? The hidden paper clip trade. So, what else would you like to put on this one? You all have any ideas? We can use something we've already done. We could still put some more gesso down. We can. And there's something about dots over here. So let's see if we can put some dots on it. But I wanted to do a little bit of, oh goodness, little bit of gesso on these darker ones here. Just a little bit. And I got gesso on my other page. Can it be saved? We'll see. If you wipe it off real fast, you can't even tell I did it. Wipe it off real fast. I got just over here on this page. So this is good. So we can do dots, and we could also use my sponge again. I kept it on there. I got a sponge here, and this paint is still wet. So let's put some dots, sponge dots. And again, I want it subtle. I want it in the background. I don't want it to be overpowering. I'm doing 3 dots at a time together as a cluster. And it can be on top of the paper or beside the paper, in the paper, on the paper, around the paper. So there's my dots. I did some dots. Used up all of that paint. Waste not, want not. And this could be enough. This could be enough. Janet said, see above, see above. Candy's got her feet up with the cats. And Kathy is watching Janet's replay. Oh, Linda wants to sign up for 2. Okay, I see it now. I will. We'll put Linda down there for 2. 2
prices for 1.
2 sticks in 1. Yeah.
Hey, hello, Janet Nash. Hello, hello. Linda, Vince, hello. How are you?
Okay.
Candy. Kathy P. Yep.
Okay.
Marty
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Stilia. Is that Stilia? Marty Stilia?
Marty. Just say Marty.
Marty.
Mm-hmm. We'll just accept Marty. It's Seeley. Seeley. L-E-Y.
Oh, Seeley.
Seeley. Mm-hmm. Marty Seeley.
There's something on my glasses.
He tries.
And it ain't my nose.
He just tries. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, I will probably wait till next week before I give you your partners, because I might have to do a little bit of trading. So right now we're just doing some background pages, and I think this was the first one we did. I love it. Can't wait to put something on top of it. This one is good. I love it. I can't wait to put something on top of this one. So I was asking for prompts if anybody had any ideas so that I can do a sample background paper. Sample background paper. So let's see. What if I picked some things off of my desk? What can I use? Oh, I could use Happy Mail. I've got some Happy Mail in here.
Got some bags.
Bags? Brown paper bags?
Brown paper bags.
I do have brown paper.
Real McCoy.
This is a brown paper bag. Actually, it's an envelope, but somebody made a homemade envelope out of it.
I forgot to put the glue in.
No, I saved it. I received this, and I saved it, the paper, because we're kind of frugal. You know, we're frugal. Marty is cooking. Okay, what you having for dinner? Stamp on a napkin. There you go, Janet. Okay, I can do that. I'm going to use, Joe said, a bag. This is a brown paper representing a brown paper bag. And I can put some of this down. Chicken a la king. Woohoo! Sounds good to me. What time? I'll be right over.
Chicken a la king.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah. I thought you said Paula King.
Oh, a la king.
Oh yeah.
No, I said it.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Well, we're going to have to look that one up.
Well, tell me what you
So,
need.
but anyway, there's some brown paper. I'll put that back in the scrap bin. And stamp on a napkin. Okay, we can do that.
See Linda above.
I've got napkins.
Hey Joe, yes.
She says, "Come on over." She squeezes in. She'd probably make an extra. She can make an extra dessert to fill us up all the way if we don't have enough.
Cheesecake.
Oh, Aunt Beck did a cheesecake. It was a cheesecake cake. It was a cake, cheesecake cake.
Kind of a nude.
It was good. It looked good. A bow tie. Bow tie. I don't know, Carol. Oh, she's using the bow tie noodles. You're talking about bow tie noodles. Yes. So let me see if I can find a napkin. A napkin back. I found some tissues. That's not what I want. Come on now, Beth. You got this. You got this, Beth.
Whoa, whoa. Okay. Carol McDonald.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's exactly what I need. You just need a napkin. I've got a box of napkins right here beside me. And I just got a napkin out. And I just need the back of it. So we can stamp on the back of the white, and I'll stamp something. Joe, go over in one of those drawers there and pick me out a stamp. Any one of them you want to send me. I just need a little piece of this. So put it down. Just any, meeny, miny, mo. You can pick two. I could stamp on these little brown pieces of paper. Okay, let's try that.
Two types of flowers.
That's fine.
Not sure.
Anything you want.
Oh.
Okay, what you pick?
I don't know. That might be a leprechaun.
No, that's a stamp. It's a flower. It's a flower.
Okay.
And this one is another. It's an oak leaf with acorns.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an acorn.
He picked them out.
Oak leaf.
He wants to put those in the background. This is going to be a botanical page.
Uh-huh.
So I am putting this random bag, brown paper bag paper. And I don't have to do it all over. I could take and put every bit of this brown down here at the bottom if I wanted to.
Mhm.
I could do something differently. Do it instead of spreading it all out. I could put them all down here. Let's do it just for fun. Because then you were gonna wonder what are we gonna make out of this. These are stuck down too much, so I can't move them. That's okay. This will be a good example of how to make something out of nothing. We will. So a little more glue to glue the ends down and the edges like that. Here we go.
Getting windy here, ladies.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today. Nora had a playmate today.
Oh my.
The neighbors out back, uh, on the back side of us, their dog gets to come over here sometimes. There's a little gate between our yards, and so so he comes over to play with Nora, and and so he found the doggy door and came in the house today. He's not a house dog. He's long legged, and he's puppy, and he's clumsy as all get out.
He's like a racehorse.
He's like a bull in a china cabinet, china in a china shop. Yeah,
He is a bird dog.
he's a bird dog. He just real long legged.
Oh my gosh. Long legged.
So I'm going to put this over here for a minute while we stamp. Something dropped on the floor, but I didn't see what it was. So anyway, I've got a tissue here, a back of a napkin, and I'm going to stamp on it. So let's find a couple of ink pads, and well, all right. It doesn't. They don't want to come out, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll get them out. Let's try that. Something's holding them back. So I've got blue. I've got cobalt blue and olive green. These are arch ivals, so they don't move. So there's my stamps. I'm just going to do several rows, and then I will tear them apart. And now I'll do green. And these will be in the background. This will be in the background. So there's a row of each one of those. And then I'll do a row of this flower. He thinks there's a leprechaun in there, but there's not. But if he thinks it's a leprechaun, then it could be a leprechaun. Oh, you're looking at the clover. Well, it's a 5-leaf clover, and believe it or not, I think my mother has found they're few and far between.
Yeah.
The 5 and the 6-leaf clovers, and my mom has found them, and it's a genetic glitch in the plant. I don't know why, but something happens. So that's enough of that. These two can go back into the drawers, the flower drawers, and we'll put these away. And so this is archival ink, so that means it's permanent. So when I glue them down on the page, the ink should not smear after it dries. But what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to cut them up, tear them apart, see if I can do it this way. That one ripped, but that's okay. It's going to be a partial flower. And I could probably do this better if I had like a ruler or a straight edge. That's okay. Some of them are not so cool. And I've got a ruler over here, so we can do better. So I'll lay this down and see if I can't tear it next to that. Yeah, that works better. And we don't have to use all of them. I could just use one if I just want to use one of them. It's, there's no right or wrong when you're doing your background pages. And you can have other things in your room that you might use, like stickers or tags or um, all kinds of whatnots in your room. So there's these. Napkins. Stamp on a napkin. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down. And if I put these on top of the brown papers, it'll push them back, that dark brown to the back too, because the white of the napkin might lighten it up a little bit. I could have left that all together and glued it down on the whole thing. If I wanted to, I could have done that. Would not have hurt. Okay, so let's get our page back and get our stamps up here. And I think I'm going to try using the glue stick for these. So I'm going to just do this and start putting some down like that. Just every which way. No rhyme or reason. Put them on the brown a little bit, just because we want to. So, okay. Like that. And that. Trying to get the ends down. That's enough. I think that's all I'm going to use of that. These can go in the leftover box. Okay. So there's that. So what would be one more thing that we could do on this for a background page? We've done paint stencils on the other one. Might be able to think of another prompt. I could put gesso over this and tone it down as well. I'm going to put a little bit more glue stick down on my napkins to get them to behave. And the purple's going to go away, I think. I hope. Uh-oh. I hear my kitty cat. Where is your father? Why do they always come in here when Joe leaves? I don't know why. So, more ink splatters and drops. And okay, we could do more ink splatters and drops. Now, what did I do with that credit card I had? And I just don't see it anywhere. It is escaping my vision. It's okay. I got another one. I'm just going to go over this a little bit. I think it'll be okay, but just in case. And the purple is disappearing slowly. Okay, that's good enough. Just wanted to smooth that out. So some more splatters and droplets. Okay, so let's get some, let's do some watercolor droplets. I haven't done that for a while. Let's see what we got over here. This is this is the oldest paints that I have. And these were the little round things out of the little Dollar Tree um, paint sets. And you had the little round disc of the paint, and I popped them out and put them in this container. And yeah, that's what I did. So I'm just going to put some a couple of colors on here. It's kind of empty, but let's do these two colors. Maybe some of that one. Well, there's the blue. It's got some in there. Let's use these three. Blue, orange, and yellow. So I'm going to take my brush and stir it up, get the color activated. And we're just going to make a mess. We're going to add some droplets. How about that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So there's some splatters and droplets. So let's go over here to the yellow. This is a golden yellow. And we'll do some more of these. And I could even paint. I can go like this. That would be probably a good idea to cover up the background. Let's do it. Let's cover it up. Because this is a background page. And then I can do more drops on top of that. Oh yeah, we've got this. This is for the background. It doesn't matter how neat or sloppy it is. So we're just covering the white up with the yellow and the gold. We don't need that guy over there. He's a freeloader. He's a freeloader. And then we're going to do some blue. Let's do some blue splatters on top of all that. That's what we'll do. Blue. That's a pretty blue too. It's got a little bit of a green in it. There we go. So this is a background. This is a background page. And we're going to do, I think I'll do another one. This will be something that we get to use in my art and paint on top of or decorate on top of. Okay, so that, oops, there's enough of that. That's enough of that. Got a little drop on my screen. That's nothing new. That happens a lot. So we'll sit this over there, and I'm gonna get the hair dryer out, and we'll dry it. And we could even push these dots around and make lines if we wanted to. Okay. So, oh, scribble. Okay. Okay, Janet. That would be fine for the last stage. I hear you. I hear you, honey. I sure do. I hear my kitty. It's drying up. Okay. I'm going to go see if I can get this cat to go outside because that's where she probably wants to go. She's sitting right beside me. Okay. I'm going to let this dry and we're going to scribble on it when I get back. Joe. Yes. That means she wants something. Okay. Oh, scribble. We're going to scribble. I called it in yesterday. It's probably there. So, I just happen to have some French scribbling. You can't read it. I can't read it. So I'm just going to take my tissue and daub any more wet dots, splatters, and dry those up a little bit the rest of the way. And if you don't have a stamp like that, don't fret over it. You can get a pen. I can use my fountain pen, and you can just start scribbling your a name. And this is not going to work on the. It could be just scribbles like this. It's not going to work on this with the paint on my fountain pen. But I've got other pen. I've got a white pen over here. Let's see if it works. You could scribble like this on your brown paper. Although this doesn't work real good either on the paper. But that's a scribble. That counts as a scribble. Uh, I'm going to use my black. And I'm going to put this in every which way. It's not going to be in the same direction. And every time I ink, it's not going to be, you can turn it upside down. You can make it go long ways. You can make a variety of markings like that, like that. And there you go. There's your ink, your scribbles. There's no right or wrong with that. So there's that. That's good. We'll let this dry for a second. And I think that's good enough for the background page. So I'm going to put some gesso down on top of this. And again, you can't really see it. Uh, um, it's not like total uh, coverage. I'm just doing a partial uh, random covering of it, and it just sort of lightens it up in a lighter shade. And it pushes the brown back a little bit, but you can still see glimpses of everything that we've done. So, and then if it's too white, you can probably mop up a little bit. If you want to mop it up, you can do that. But I think it looks great, and I'm just going to wipe my credit card off. So that's another piece of background. So let me dry this one a minute. And we've got another piece of paper. We're going to do another one. And I'm going to go through my room and pick out 3 or 4 things that we haven't used tonight. 3 or 4 things that we haven't used. And one of them is going to be cellophane. We could actually use a napkin instead of, we'd use the napkin backs and we stamped, but we could use a printed napkin. Find something that's real soft and so that it'll go in a background without, taking over the picture. So I'll use cellophane and another napkin. How about some thread? Thread. Yes, it will, Marty. It'll lighten up. And then if it's still not light enough when I get ready to paint or do whatever I want on top, I have the option to put another layer of white, like right here, to make it and let it blend out, fade out, and then do my focal painting right here in the middle and leave the outer ring. So I could still do that. Or I could put another color down, like a blue or turquoise, and let that be my background and paint on top of that. So let's just take a little review here what we've done. Let's see if we can turn back the pages. That sounds like a story. So this one's good. I like it. It's really textury. This one is not as textury. I don't think I have as much on this one. I could still do some stamping on here if I needed a little bit more, but I'm going to leave it. I think it'll be fine because whatever we put on this will be perfect for this page. And then this is the first one we did tonight. And I kind of like this one. And then we did this one Tuesday night. And that's one of my favorites too. Ooh, a feather would look good on the background. I need a feather. I need to use a feather on this one maybe. So anyway, I'm going to get a piece of cellophane, plastic wrap, and it's going to be just a little bit bigger than my page because I'm going to scrunch it up a little bit. So it's going to go on here. Let's see if I can keep it straight without wadding it up. Like that. So we got that one. And then we'll get a napkin. I want a feather on that one. Birds would be pretty on any one of these. I love it. Okay, so we're going to get a feather. I could use a feather on this one too. Pick out another napkin. Let's see, we want something real pastel soft. Something real soft. If that's soft enough. That might be. That one might work. I've got a solid color yellow. Oh, this one's soft. I can put that one down. Let's just try that one. Too many to choose from. So we're going to try this one. And we're going to get a feather. I've got a feather stamp. And it's supposed to be in my animal drawer. Because it came off of an animal. Let's see if it is in here where it's supposed to be. Of course, I don't see it. But hey, that looks good. Let's see, right in here. Animals. Animals. It's supposed to be in here, but it's not. That's all right. That's all right. We're going to use a couple of these. Let's see, what else could I use in my room for a background? Let's see, what about, I'm going to use these stamps. What about, I've got some, this is something that I have up here that I never use that Dana gave me. Creative Fix. I don't know what that is, but we could try to use it. And here's something that I have no idea what this is. It's glue. We can use that to glue the napkin down. I don't know. I'm just trying to use some things. And I bought me some brand new, it's a little jar of gold rub. And I don't know where it is. So let's just start. Let's just start with some of this stuff. We don't need this anymore. Leo, there's a kitty cat. I hear you. Your father is supposed to be taking care of you. I know he is. He said he was going to do it. So this one's good, and I think this one needs a little more, maybe some music notes. So we're just going to go over this the same way we did with the writing, the scribble. So we're just going to ink this up, and we're just going to start putting some musical things down and see how it works. Like that. So that's all you need for that. And I have to go to the front door now because Nora is scratching at the front door. I don't know where Joe is. I don't know. Their cat's still in here too. Can I take you out at the same time he comes in? Joe? Oh, everything's a mess. Nora was at the front door. She got out of the backyard. She has an escape route. Abby was over on the cat section. The gates, baby gates were left open. So she goes over there and has her way with the cat food. And the cat ran into the bedroom and she's hiding behind the bed. And Joe is outside. So anyway, I think this one's finished. This one's finished. And this one's finished. And we're going to do this one. One more. We're going to do one more. Did you hear me?
No.
Nora was at the front door. Abby was over on the cat side, and I'm sure she was having her way with the cat food. Did you put the cat food on the floor?
No.
Good. And the cat came back in here, meowing to go out again or wanting something, and then she ran into the bedroom. So all three of them are in here disturbing me while I'm streaming, and you're here.
Sorry.
Can't you do something?
Yeah, I'm doing. I'm vacuuming and
Okay.
got the lawnmower going.
So what I want to do first is I'm going to put some paint down, and I'm going to use something that I need to use up. I need to use this orange up.
Okay.
It's soupy, but that's okay. We want it soupy. So I'm just going to see about putting some of this down without making a mess. Like that. It's got water in it. Now I'm going to take my cellophane and I'm going to put it down on top of this. And I'm just going to squish it up a little bit. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to hope that it does. It's not going to work. It's supposed to leave these lines in the paint, but I don't think it will because it might have some texture to it. So we're going to leave that on there for a few minutes and see if it'll make these lines. Then we're going to take the napkin and put that on top of that. I'm just making it up as I go. You like the squares and the chevrons? Hi, Debbie. Come on in. Hi, Joyce. Joe. No, Joe's not being bad, but the animals are being high maintenance. And they want me to. I'm in here talking to myself, and they think I should come out and talk to them. talk, they don't understand that you guys are in the box. Hi, Candy. Did I say hi to you? So your background pages, we were talking about that Tuesday. It was at the very end of the Tuesday stream. Someone said, how do you begin? How do you start? Well, you just start throwing down, and if you want to do a bunch of these in advance, and then you have a choice, to choose whatever you want to do tonight. You have a choice, and they're all wonderful. They're all really good. And if it's too bright, then we'll add gesso to it. So I really wanted this to show you the technique of it making a design, and it's not going to do what I really want it to do. So this was a fail, but it's not going to be. It is still going to be a great background page. So since it's not going to do what I'm wanting to do, I'll try that again some other time. It's making a mess. It's making a mess. Now I have some tissues over here. So I'm just going to take these tissue, and I'm just going to use this on the rest of my page. And that's okay. It doesn't have to do that. But I tell you what we could do. We could get some masking tape or some washi tape, and we might be able to do something. Let me dry this. And this is a stinky orange. It stinks. But when you dry it, it goes away. So I'm making it up as I go. There's no set recipe on how to do this. Let's look and see what this is going to look like now. Can you see the orange behind it? Let's glue it down. Oh, we're going to use this glue that I have in my cabinet. We're going to try this, use this craft glue up. I think it's just a craft glue, like Mod Podge or something. I'm not quite sure what it's for. So I'm just going to get a bigger brush, and I'm going to get some glue and paint this down. So we can say we're using it up, using our stuff up. Something I haven't used. I don't think I've ever used this. Craft Crush water-based glue. Okay, that's what it is. No idea where it come from, or what it is, or how you're supposed to use it. But we're gluing a napkin down. So there's enough of that. Put this up and use it again another day. So good night, Janet. Thank you for coming in. It's sweet dreams. Come in. See you later. So I'm just going to lay this down on the glue. Like that. So we've got the orange in the background, and you can see the orange. Now, if this is too loud, you can still put gesso on this. Well, we're going to use some of this cream too. This is a Creative Fix iridescent glaze. It's an iridescent glaze by Vicki Boutin, and I think Dana gave it to me. And we're going to put this on top after it dries. And I am going to use something like these leaves and these trees. And I'm going to use black. And then we'll get we'll get the dryer out and dry it some. And I'm going to put these down so that you can actually see the trees and do a real stamping, not just a smear. I want to see it. And my book isn't entirely flat. Nora's huffing and puffing over here. She was outside running around. So we're going to do some more of these. Kind of do them in different directions. And there is some, like this one is much more outlined than this one because of the paper is ruffled and there's something underneath. But that's okay. It's going to be all right. We're not going to complain. Okay. There's our trees. And I am going to put another one right here. So that's good. And then I'm going to use this leaf. I love this little leaf. I've had it forever. Don't know where I got it at. I don't think I bought it brand new or anything. And they're going to be random leaves. But I love it. It's a leaf. It's a good leaf. And when I dry this, the archival ink will be permanent. Like that. So that's good. Well, I'm happy with that. Okay, that's enough of that. So, and now I'm going to take my wet brush and I'm going to go around the edge of this napkin. And it'll tear the napkin off for me. It's just water on the brush. There we go. So this will come right off. Like that. So I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to put some of this iridescent stuff on there. Let's see. Marty says dinner is ready. Okay. Enjoy your dinner. So, we're doing background pages. And I'm just drying this one. I'm not going to do any more. This is the last one. We still got some blank pages that we can do something later on with. But we did this one, and this one, and this one. And then we did this one Tuesday night. This one's really too dark, but we're going to put some stuff on it and see what it does. If I need to, I'll put some gesso on it. And I'm going to dry it from the other side too. You could also take some white paint, water it down, and do a whitewash on it. Now, I've never done that, but that would be easy to do. I'm going to test this one out. I just want to test. Pretty sure Dana gave it to me. And this might be something you rub. I don't know. It's solid. It's creamy. Let's get a little bit out with a brush and see if we can't do something with this without tearing up the uh, napkin. So I'm just going to get the brush down in there, and I got some of that on there. It's solid. It's creamy. I'm sure it's water based, and I'm going to go over top. Does that tone it back, Annie? I think it does. And we've got lots of it, so I'm going to use it. And it gives it a curly pearly on top. Don't know if I'm using it the right way, but it's our art. We can do whatever we want. But doesn't that push it back a lot? Is it going to be enough? Excuse me. You can see the trees. And you can see them flowers, and you can see the orange. What do y'all think? Hi, Kitty, Jen. Howdy do. So I think I'm just going to keep using it. I don't know how long it dries, but since it's the last one, it'll be okay. So it's 7:30. What else did I have on my to-do list? Zentangles. I've been zentangling a lot lately. And the napkin is not tearing at all. So that glue that we used that I had, it reminds me of a Mod Podge or something thick. It's a thicker glue. It was stronger than just Elmer's because my napkin's down and it's not trying to come up at all. So, what do you think? Any opinions? I should have did a before and after picture. I can tell that it's toned back. Is it enough? Is it toned back enough? That's the question. Because I could still put some more of this down. But it's shiny. It's iridescent. Hi, Doretha. Doretha likes it. Okay, good. This is going to be a background page. So I want it to be, in the background. So whatever we do on top will, so we can thank Dana for that. Dana's babysitting tonight. She's babysitting. I sent her an emoji. She's got the grandkids tonight. So I said, I sent her, I sent her this. And she goes, "That's right." She says, "That's correct. That's what's going on at her house." All right. Yeah, it's all ready for a picture or something. This one definitely has to dry. And these are okay, are dry enough. I can turn them back. Is there anybody else that hasn't signed up for the hidden paper clip swap? And I will divvy up the names and give them to you Saturday. But the swap is for April. 2 hidden paper clips per person, per envelope, and a little happy mail. And it should be if it's flat, it should be 1 stamp. If it's not flat, then you need to put a butterfly stamp on it, which is a crafting stamp, and put non-machinable or hand process. Okay, so I'm going to put this over to the side. And I want to show you a new Zentangle that I saw today. And I said, I want to do that for you guys. So, here we go. I've got another sketchbook over here. That I'm going to use. Because this one's only got one more page left. Plus these background pages. And they're on the back of other pages, so we can use it just for another week or two, and then we can retire that one. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do it in, I guess, a black. I'll do it in black in an ink pen. I've got 2 of these. I'm going to use this pen. I got 2 or 3 of these. These are new pens. These are gel pens, Sharpie black gel pens. And they're pretty nice. So I saw this on a reel, one of those reels, short videos that you see on YouTube. And the girl made some stars on her page. And they were 5 stars, 5 pointed stars. And they're going to be wonky. And this one's going to be, yeah, it's 5. And they're going to be a variety of sizes. I did that wrong, but that's okay. We're going to make it. We're going to make it right. That's okay. It should have been, that's all right. It's not going to hurt a thing. I'll prove it to you. So let's make a couple of little ones here. This way. That's right. That's right. That's a little bit better. And one more. Okay? Simple. A no-brainer. Now, if you have a stencil and you want to use your star stencil, that's fine. If you have if you want to do circles, you can do circles. Any other design, this will work with any kind of design you wish. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to outline our stars, and we're going to do this over and over. So I'm going to go out around the outside of my star, and I'm being neat about it. And the girl that did this on YouTube was much neater than me, and I'm just not a real super neat person. And we're going to do this again. And if you run into another star, that's okay. Just go around it, like underneath it, and that's okay. It'll work out. You'll see in a minute. Because we're going to do this over and over. So this one goes to the end of the page, and I'll start it over here again. Okay, so we're going to do the other stars too. I did 3, or 1, 2, 3, the original. So I did 2 outlines. And that one, I kind of did an oopsie. I don't know why I do that. I'm trying to pay attention and do it right. So you see, this star is in the way, so I'm just going to go underneath it. I'm not going to go over top of it. Go around it, underneath it, or something like that. So here's my second one. Like that. And then we can do this one up here, and it's going to run into this other one, which is not going to hurt a thing. We'll go underneath it and pretend. So I'm going around the stars. That was the first one. Here's the second one. It's going to go underneath that star like that and like that. There's nothing there. Come over here and go off the page. And this one's going to kind of go off the page. Can you see that? We're not finished. This is a Zentangle Doodle Zoodle, something of the sort. If you feel like you need to use a ruler, you can. And like I said, you can use any shape. You can use diamonds, stars, circles, squares, rectangles, whatever kind of a shape you have, a cookie cutter, anything, whatever. And I think we might uh, try and do other shapes if we like this. If it turns out better than I think. But right now it's going as planned. It's looking great. So, Joe, honey, what you been doing? He's sitting over there going to sleep. And of course, none of the dogs are in here now.
They're all in here.
Are they all in here? They just don't want us to be separated. Hi, Becky. Rebecca. Becca. Hello, honey. How you doing today?
It's storm outside.
Is it getting ready to storm?
It is.
We had I think only 10% chance of rain.
The clouds are dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the wind?
Yeah. Didn't you hear it?
Not in here.
No.
I got that fan going. I can't hear a thing. So there's that one. Look how cute it's looking. So we're going to continue to do the outside, but we're also going to do the insides. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this one out like this and this. You finish the if you have a center place, you just finish it up by filling in the space like the stars are, doing that, making that space. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. All right, that looks cute. So we're going to do this one again. And then we got to do the insides the same way. Instead of outlining the outside, we're going to outline the inside. So you see how I finished that spot off by just following the out part of the star. So there's that one. And so this one's going to be the same way. And we'll just finish this one off. And then this one. So here's this. Got messy. It got messy on me. And you see, one of my other problems is I get bored easily. And so you see how I kind of messed that up right there? That's what makes me not so neat. And it's because I want to hurry up and get it done. And you have to slow down on this type of doodling. And you can turn your book to make it, to your advantage as well. And again, I'm getting sloppy. But that's okay. So you sort of see how we're going around the edges now and doing all of the outsides. I need a drink. So now I got this right now. Thank you. And I press down too hard on my pens. I press down too hard. I just can't let it glide.
Hi, Becca.
And I'm not exact with my lines and stuff. Some people just are more neater, and that's a good thing that they are, and that's okay that I'm a little bit wonky. Didn't hurt my feelings at all because I'm doing it. I'm doing the art project. Okay, and like this one here, we can do it in a circle.
Hi, Margaret. Good to see you.
Hi, Margaret.
Angela Brown. Angie Brown.
Angie's here.
Howdy, howdy.
So here's another spot.
Sarah. I'm Candy. Butter roll for tea. Right. Kitty Jen.
Okay. Can you see it pulling it together? Now, after this, you can do anything you want. You can paint, glue, doodle. Um, I don't know what else to do with this page after I do this. I don't know what to do with the page, but maybe you all can come up with some ideas. What could I do with this page after I do this?
Dinah. Hi, Dinah. I like your hands.
Jennifer said she would color each star a different color and do
Then you could use it to cover this maybe places you might have
that I've made boo boos.
uh, you can forgive yourself.
Now I'm just kind of going around in a circle, a continuous circle. I just noticed that I left this one over here, and that's okay. I don't think it's anything wrong doing it that way. Nobody will know but me. So there's the center of that one. Margaret says yellow, blue, and green. Do I could do like the hues, like the colors that go together that are next to each other on the rainbow chart, the color wheel. I could do that. This would be a cute exercise to do on top of a painted background. Like you would put different, just do the color first. Make a background of color or like watercolors, blobs, and then do this on top of that page, and then they would already be colored.
Well, I'm sorry you're not feeling very well, Angie. But a lot of people still got all this stuff blowing in.
Well, she had surgery, and
Uh,
she's worried about her eyes.
I hope you get better
But
soon.
she went to the doctor today, so they know about her, everything. Okay, that one turned out real good. I'm getting better. It's just follow the lines.
The more you do it, the better you get.
Maybe I get in a rhythm, and the smaller it gets is easier. One more. Angie says she's got to go. Okay, so um, uh, what else could I do with this? Okay, so some of them are a little wonky on the inside, and some of them are pretty good. Those are wonky. That was good. That's the way it should look, right there. And these are the joints around the stars. And this one turned out pretty good. And so I just saw this today and said I wanted to do it with you guys. And I could still do watercolor on top of this. If these are archival, these are Sharpie gel pens. I have no idea if they're water soluble or not. Let's just give it a test. They move. It moves. It moves. Let's see if it moves, if it's dried real good. But I'm thinking that gel pens um, Well, maybe they'll permanent after you let them dry. I got a whole package of them. I don't know what Dana got some new pens, and those were my new ones. And I bought some other ones, but I don't remember what I got now. So I'm going to let that dry right there and see if it moves. I'm going to dry the whole thing with my heat gun. We'll just check this out. Kind of makes you dizzy. So what could I do? What could I do? Highlighter pens. If I use highlighter pen, uh, it's not smearing. So I wonder if that's dry. Let's get our brush back out and see if it moves. Uh, the top of it moves, but the bottom of it stays. So anyway, I do have a highlighter over here, and I've got more highlighters. So I could do some highlighting.
Wow, it's completely dark now.
Huh?
Completely dark.
Yeah, it's the 8 o'clock. Now this pen is not giving me very much ink, so I think it can be gifted gifted to the trash.
Okay.
You would think that this whole thing has ink in it, but all of the ink is just, you can see the end of the ink bulb right there. You would think that that whole thing would be full of ink. Either that, or I've had this a lot. It's Office Max. I've probably had this pen for about 10 years, so it stands to reason that it can go, be donated. I'm donating that one. And we'll go and look for some more highlighting pens. I think I got some more. And over here, I'm not sure if it's a highlighter or if it's just a marker. And I'll use the pastel colors. There's a couple of markers there. Let's just see what I can find in my closet. I got more pens. Let's see. I usually put them together. Brush pens. I've got my brush pens. They would probably work. And I've got some of these pens. Pastels, pink and green. And we'll try these. And some of I think that's another highlighter. It is. That's a highlighter. I'll use these and just see how it goes. We've got plenty of pens. So we're going to use what we have. Try to use them up. So this one's a little bit more darker than that other one. So I'll go around it. And so let's try that. Like that. And this ink is not moving as I go over the black ink. It's not moving, and this is an alcohol marker, so that's a good sign. So we want to do green in the middle. Now this is a Sharpie, but it's a fine point, and it'll take too long to use, but it is a green. It's like an olive green. I'll do one row. What have you all been? Hi, Goldie. What have y'all been doing? Watching at? Have y'all been watching any movies or any YouTube channels? What have y'all been watching? Who'd you watch today? Did you watch anybody? I watched a reel and learned this one. Although after they got finished with it, that was the end of the reel. You know, the reels aren't very long; they're just a minute or two long. And I won't be doing the fine tip again. It's too hard. It takes too long. I want to go fast. I want to go faster. It's a good way to use your pens up though. To if you want to use your all your old ones, this would be a good way to use them up because it takes a lot of ink. I like that green around that. So I'll get another green. Is this a Sharpie? If it's pointy, I'm not going to use it. It's pointy. I'm not going to use it. This one is it's also pointy. Dang it! I thought it was going to be different. So let's see. Let's go with an orange then. Uh, let's see. Orange, red, and orange would go together. Let me go over here and use some of these brush pens. Let's see what we got. We're going to use green and then blue on this one. Another green. I mean another green one. A light green. And then some light blues. Actually, I think the lighter shades. I think these darker shades are going to be too dark, so I'm definitely not going to use those. And I don't know if you can get a lighter red or not, but there's the red and the orange. I want to use the red and the orange together. And what, purple with the red or blue? Uh, it's blue, purple, violet. I'm trying to do the color code thing. There's another yellow. There's a purple. Stick to the lighter ones. Here's a green. We're just going to have to wing it. Here's another green. That's okay. Let's just start off with these for a while and see what we can do. I think these two are too dark. This is probably too dark. This is probably too dark. Where did those pink ones go? Oh, these were the pink ones I was going to use. Might have to use those fine tips. Unless I can find another pink. Do I have a lighter pink? Orange. 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 There's a pink. We'll use this pink. We're not going to use these. Those definitely take too much time. So let's go with one more green. And this is a brush tip. And it's easy to use. See, just one stroke and I'm done. Okay, 2 strokes. Looks good. All right, that looks good. All right, that's enough of that. We can do another one down here. And I can do I'll start with the green center. So, Dana, you did an opposite and deleted a message. She deleted her message. Oh, Goldie said the rest of the day I didn't do anything. I visited with family. Well, that was important. That was nice. So I'm going to do blue next. Dana did visiting today. She had her grandbabies. So let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to use this one. And then it's going to come down to here and stop. That's going to be cute. You're following the lines. Okay, because over here it was from another direction. Same thing over here. Okay, that's all right. So down here we'll do the middle blue. like that. Okay. So we got blue, green, yellow. I'll do a pink. I briefly talked to Stacy May, and she moved up in to New York, and oh, I don't even remember when she did it. When she moved, was it last fall or during the winter? Um, and she's sort of been off the grid for a little while. Well, I said, "How are you? You know what's going on?" And she said she's doing fine and that she plans to getting back online again soon. She misses everyone, and so I look forward to her to getting back up and running here pretty soon. She didn't give a date, but at least we know we've talked to her. So there is that. That looks pretty good. So over up here, I'm going to do another pink, a pink middle here. Like that. So that looks good. And then we'll do purple. We're really doing it up tonight. So the next thing I want to do is after I finish this, I want to work on um, our carving designs. We're going to do some carving just as soon as my carving tool gets here. I've lost my carving tool again. I have no clue where it is. So I went ahead and ordered me another one. It wasn't very much, and they're just little cheap tools. They're not expensive at all. And I sent Joe into Harbor Freight to get me one, and some. he came back with an X-Acto knife, and I wanted the carving tool, so that wasn't what I was wanting. So he got a new X-Acto knife out of it. So over here, we're going to try to do this. And blend it in. We have to share the love when we get into the center parts. And then another purple over here. And I have not talked to Cheryl. If anybody has seen Cheryl, let me know. Has anybody talked to Cheryl lately? I don't know. She might be out of town. Um, her friend Perry, Pierre, he comes and gets her sometimes, and he lives down in South Carolina, and he's got a trailer down there, and room for her and to come and rest and relax. And in between her visits, she gets to do that, and he'll come and get her. And they used to be roommates when she lived in Richmond, and she's in Arlington now. So she's got her own apartment in Arlington. So anyway, I haven't heard from her. So if anybody else has, please tell her I said hello. I've tried to message her and I've not heard no response. So I'm hoping that she's down with Pierre. Candy said she saw her yesterday. Okay. Okay, good. Well, good. So, so anyway, there's a purple. So I'm going to get the blue back and go around this green. I'm kind of keeping it in order. But if I start out with, uh, I'm trying to do a rainbow order, sort of. Sort of. It'll have a slight variation. But she usually comes in my rooms when I'm streaming, and I saw her I think last week, but I didn't get to uh, talk personally with her and find out how things are going. But I know she finished up her radiation treatment, and I just don't know what's next. So hopefully nothing for a while. So let's see, Rory G. Biv, green, blue, purple, violet, and then it goes back to um, we'll try this other pink. Back to the beginning. And this is a pink, but it is an unusual shade of pink. It reminds me of a dusty rose, which is okay. We're going to use it. Okay. I don't know, but we're going to put that right there. And there. And there. All right, let's try uh, ROY. Let's do some red. These brush pens work fine on this black uh, the gel pen. They work fine. Hi, Mitzi. Hi, honey. We're tangling doodling something t'other. That's what we're doing. And I'm trying to do 2 rows at a time so that it'll go faster. I am.
Do you need those pills tonight?
No.
Okay.
So that looks good. Next to that mauve dusty rose pink. This is a red, but I can see a hint of orange tint in it. Believe it or not, it's got a little orangey tint. And we need to do a middle one with an orange. So let's just do this one. This is the last little one in here. All right, let's go with the orange pen then, the orange highlighter. And this is just an old Crayola marker, and it looks almost like that red, but it is orange. So let's go here and finish this up. Let's do an orange here. I'm just making it up sometimes. Making it up. And it goes over to here. Like that.
Are you pushing harder to get a fatter cut?
I can tilt it or side,
Yeah.
put it on the side, and it depends on where I'm at. If I need to go along the line or pick up a new line, I can.
It's like one of those rock star things.
It does. It does. So I'm just going to leave that. Do an orange here. Alrighty. Let's do one here. Like that. I haven't checked this paper. This is a sketchbook, but it's got good paper in it. It's uh yeah. The yellow went through. So that's good. That's a good paper. It's a sketch paper, but it's not slick like copy paper or anything. So we're doing orange. Let's do one over here and over here. Mm-hmm. There. There. Orange, orange. And I think I'll do this one orange. So anyway, this was a news in Tangle Doodle that I did tonight. And before that, I did some backgrounds, and they were, how to do a background with 3 or 4 prompts. And we made some backgrounds, and we're going to, not going to have time to do anything on the backgrounds tonight, but we will definitely Saturday night use one of the backgrounds and do something on top of it. So we'll paint, uh, we'll do maybe a rooster or uh, another farm animal or something. Maybe we'll do that uh, Saturday night. And so I'm liking that. We'll put the orange away. Uh, Y is next, which is yellow. So we're going to put a yellow here. And this is a fluorescent yellow. We're going to do 2. It's a brush pen. This is a King Art uh, pen. And it seems to be really juicy. Got some white in there. I thought I'd go over that a little bit. So let's do this one. And this one. I'm doing 2 lines at a time. Roy G. Bibb. Green is next. got to put. Okay. I'm just kind of going around in a circle, filling in the next line. Okay, I went around. So G is next, green, and I've got this limey green, and I've got this other green. I'm going to use the darker green. And we are just really finishing up the last little bit. The next one will be blue. Joe, honey, what's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
I
If that's
thought about going to the Walmart.
not tonight, it's late. The pharmacy closes at 9. So you can go later on. I don't need it this week. So I'm just going to do a little green.
What about one of the chicken there?
Okay, let's put the green away and we'll go back to the blue. Definitely need some more blue in here. And that's going to probably finish it up. Finish it up with the last little bit of blue. And I think it'll be fine. Be perfect. Touch it up and these colors will be blended. What do y'all think? There it is. Did I miss anything?
Starry, starry night.
It's a star. I'm done with that. So let's put some of these away.
Hi, Goldie. I didn't say hi to you earlier. Mitzi Z. He was up. Wasn't here earlier either. And Margaret and Sharon and
He's been over here snoozing too.
hello, hello.
He didn't know who he said hello to or not.
No, I do know who I
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
So here's these markers that I can put in,
And,
put away. So that looks pretty cool. Look at that. And the very first ones, and I think I threw those markers away. The very first yellow markers I used went through it. That's okay. But this will be a kind of book that I'll just do one side, work on only the top side. when I do it. So let me get rid of these.
I hope nobody's having any bad weather. That's not. I see what the weather report is. They come in, one's coming fast, and usually sometimes nasty.
So we're just going to put these back in here. This one goes over here. And it is plumb full. See if I can make room. Yeah, I got room for one more. These are my little caddies. If you ever get any soda pop at the stores or at the truck stops, they have little 4 packs and 6 packs of soda pop, and get the cases and use them in your R. I put a bottle. I get a bottle of pop or water, and I cut the top off and put my pins in there so they don't ruin the bottom. It sort of keeps them, and sometimes I can just lift this out too. But but anyway, those are some cute storage ideas that I've done over the past 6 years.
She likes to be frugal too, girls.
Yeah, I'm frugal. I'm frugal. So this is going to go back over there.
There's Jazzy Sims. I'm sorry,
Well,
babe.
Jessie, where have you been?
I didn't see you there on the.
Where in the world have you been?
I was going to say, I looked for Dana back again too, but I didn't see her. So just now.
Dana's been in and out because she's got grandkids. She's busy. So I think I can get by with this black date and just put it down here. And that's perfect. I love it. I love it that we did it. It was something different. And next time, if we want to do it again, we can do something else. Now, it is 8:30. So I was going to do some stamping designs, but this is a book that Margaret sent me. It's a sketchbook. It's acid free. It's a Punch Studio is the name of it, and it's hard here, and it's pretty cool. There's the back side. She got it at Marshall's and sent it to me, and I love it. So this is going to be my next book because this other one's almost finished. And in the front of this book, we did Pictionary. We did Pictionary. And these were some of the pictures that we did when we played this. I thought they were fun to look at. And you know, you're in a hurry. You're in a hurry when you do these. So, but anyway, it was Pictionary. I just thought it was fun.
And what kid did you steal these from? Little kid.
My kid, me. Me. So anyway, I didn't throw them away. I left them in there. We'll have to play Pictionary again someday. So anyway, I'm going to close this. Oh, now I need to take a picture or two of some of these things that we did tonight. So we did that, and so this is our next book we're working in. I've got about 2 or 3 more pages left in this big book because this is the background, so we get to do something on it.
There's Colleen. Hello.
Hi, Colleen. And that
hello.
That cream that I used on top of this, the shiny, did really good of pushing it back. It was perfect. Is there anybody that wants to sign up for the hidden paperclip swap. Anybody else want to sign up for it? I'll give you your name Saturday. I got to do some wiggling
Thanks,
around. So, what happened to Becca last night, Dana? Did she say anything? They were supposed to do Wacky Wednesday, and I bet you she fell asleep. She's been doing these sleeping, unusual sleeping patterns. Goldie got her paper clips all done. Okay. So this was another one that we did. So we get to do something on it, and you can even do silhouettes on the back of it and leave this. That would be pretty to do a silhouette of something. I could put a chicken on, do a paper piecing chicken. That would be good on this. We got that one. She wanted to do it later, but then she didn't wake up before you fell asleep. You just were not synchronized. Okay, let me do this. Let's do this. So I got that one, and then we did this for a background, and I like it. I like it a lot. And this one, and then we did this one with Dana Tuesday night, and it turned out really cute too. And it's real smooth because I've just got a little bit of ink on it, and then I scraped the paint, and I used two different ink pads, and that's it. I did the circles. There's a butterfly and a flower. There's three, at least three, and that there's three different stamps, and then two color of inks, and then I did this color paint. I probably watered it down or something. I don't remember what I did Tuesday night. Yeah, I know, Becca. She's babysitting. So anyway, I did that, and I did something else. So I'm going to put this over here. Forgot what I was going to do. Oh, I was going to show you some. We're going to play with some stamps. And right before I do that, I'm going to show you what Joe got me. He went to the secondhand store and he bought me some coloring books. Or we went to a yard sale. It was a church-wide yard sale. So these have been gently used, but look at this. The black is so dark on this. I like it. and I can easily do watercolors on this or my other paint, acrylic paint.
It looks
So
like Noah.
I thought that this was it's a bear. It's a real bear.
Yeah.
So I thought that this is like a Zentangle right here with all the doodles in it. Sure is. So, but anyway, I thought it was interesting. There's a few in here that I know that I could cut out and do. The other one has a few more that I think I would be more up my alley. Uh, and we used to. Where's my girl book? I have a girl book that we were doing the girl and cutting her out and putting her on a page. We'll have to get those books out Saturday and do the girl coloring page. And but they're different and they're fun. Look at all these cones, and they all had kind of the same design, but then they've got different doodles in them. So we could do this, do this on a plain paper and try to mimic it. And this was already done up. It was a used book. And so anyway, there was these have hidden pictures in there. There's hidden pictures in this.
They're all birds.
These four are birds. Yep, they sure are. And the other book, there's an owl. Look at that owl. That's cool. But these are like Zentangles. And there's another girl with flowers in her hair.
Flowers everywhere. I love the flowers.
But these were spectacular patterns, kaleidoscope colorings. But that's got a lot of the Zentangling in it.
I didn't even see the date on that.
Oh, I don't know. Is there a date?
I don't know. It could be 10 years old.
It could be 20 years old.
It was
It doesn't have a forward page or a publication date on it.
Was a Boy Scout thing to raise the kids.
The Boy Scout was having the yard sale at the church. It was a church-wide yard sale, and the Boy Scouts will make money for something. And they're going to go to
Swanee River camping.
On the Swanee River.
I would love to go.
Isn't that in Mississippi?
I don't know. But they're going to take boats, little boats, and their.
That's cute.
And their tents.
My grandmother would have had this in her house.
Oh yeah, the chickens used to.
We could put this in the rooster book. Did I find the rooster book? I don't know if I even found it. I've lost it. It's here somewhere. But this one's got some other unique things. It's one of these reminds me of the doodle we learned that Dana taught me the other day. Is that one? Dana taught me some doodles the other day. I'll have to go back and get them out and practice them. But these are little mandalas. The heart's cute.
Mm-hmm. Butterflies and hearts.
Butterflies and hearts. Angel.
Oh, that's pretty.
And fish. And a turtle. And it says, I love you, Leela. Mm-hmm. A horse. Wow. And a peacock. I love this bird. And there's 4 more birds. They could go into the bird book. Color them and fussy cut them out. Mm-hmm. Put a couple leaves behind the birds when you glue them in the book. Perfect. There's a tree. You can put the birds in the tree. Yeah. Lots of things we could do from this book. There's a few ideas that I know that I can do. So thank you, Joe. So it says both for $1. But I think he paid $1 for each.
$5.
Because he donated. He just donated. But these are thicker books, and the pages are heavy cardstock paper. So that's another good thing. So these are going to go over here with my new books. I'm running out of space because I've got too many new books. I'll slide them in there.
That's a cool Coliseum. Right there.
Yeah. This is came out of a wallpaper book.
Jenny Lynn.
I'm dry as a bone. Okay, so let me just put a couple of this away. And I could put this away. And I'm going to show you, my carving tool should be here at any minute. Will you run out to the mailbox?
Mailbox? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Run, Joe, run! Come on. Run! So anyway, I'm waiting on my carving tool, and I bought some of this rubber stuff. So I thought for a few minutes, it's almost 9 o'clock. We would try to, I got this not too long ago. I won it from Xena, or Zandra, and it's a foamy stamp from PM Art Studios, and they don't have this particular one anymore. They were it was limited, but they have other stamps, foamy stamps, and I thought about even carving on this side, doing some carving, um, and make it a double stamp. And so I thought of that, and so then I remembered. Uh, Once before, I started drawing on these. So these would be 4 little stamps, and I've got it's I guess a mushroom and a mushroom, a snail and a leaf. And so when I get my carving tool, I can carve these lines out on and have 4 stamps there. And this stamp can be a mark making stamp, and I can carve out and leave the dots and the lines, and actually I would leave, see if I can try to explain. When I do the lines, I would I'm going to X out this and this, carve that, and leave this one, and then X this one out, and leave one, and X one, and leave one, and X one, and then leave one. So this would be, and then I would X out around the dots, leave the dots. So that would, when I stamp it, that's what you're going to see. So that was a mark making tool, and it was just a scrap. And then this one, tried to make a strawberry. So I will carve out around the strawberry, and then I would carve the little um, holes, the seeds, and I carve around the leaves and the stem, and the rest of this will be carved away. So that's one. And then I have this, and I did this one day with you guys, and there's my gold, my gold rub. So I bought. I'm sorry, Rabbit Trail. This is called luster wax. Luster wax. So it has this sticker on the top. Which, nothing.
Nothing
What
at
a
all.
sad day. Linda said there's a Swanee in Florida.
Is there Swanee in the front? Well, that's the one in Florida that they're going to.
So anyway, this is my gold luster wax,
Thank you,
and
Charles.
it's by Sizzix, and it's called. It's got. It's rose gold. It's rose gold.
Rose gold.
So I'm going to put this up here with my Vicky Booten uh, rubbers, rub-ons over here. So we'll have that. And there's my eggshells. There's another stamp. So anyway, this was some things that I had over here that need to go in this box, but that's all right. We'll put it right there. So anyway, I was looking for another one of these gray things. Um, and see, we could doodle on these. This is the type of foam. It's a foam. It's soft, and you can make an impression in it. And I've got one over here somewhere on this table, and I'll have to get it out next time. And hopefully, I probably will run into my carving tool tonight, but I can't find it right now. But anyway, this is a stamp that we have, that I can press and make a indention in this. So and you can use this side, you can use this side, and you can use this side and this side and this. You can press on all sizes, 6 sides, and you can cut it. And I don't remember what the name of it was, but I had 4 of these, and this one is part of another. So there's some more of these over here, uh, uh, and I'll have to get them out, and we can mark. We can carve, and I got some more pink rubber over here. It's like an eraser. I don't know that it erases or not, but it's like a rubber eraser. And you can also go to the Dollar Tree and use their erasers to carve into, and and then they buy some of those. I've got other erasers that I'll have to get out, and I'm running out of time tonight, so I can't. I'll have to start out with this on Saturday. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And you see, this was a piece of sponge that I used, and I have no idea if I bought the heart or if I cut it out and made the heart. I don't remember. But anyway, uh, that's all I'm going to talk about tonight on that. And but we'll start out Saturday night. We'll do stamping and carvings. Uh, and we'll play with that. And I was going to and these pink things I've got 5 or 6 of these, and I wanted to do a big one and make a girl and do some girls. So I could make a doll of some sort here on her, and I was going to get you all to help me with the design of it so that I could carve it out. I have so if you see something that would be good for me to carve, hi Leah, it would be great, that if you all could message me a picture of some women. That's what I'm interested in doing with the bigger pieces, and I'll find my other sponges. They're right over here to the right, and I'll get them. I'll get them out for Saturday. So we will definitely start off with this stuff on Saturday. So okay, guys. So that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to say goodnight.
I'm gonna say good night.
So, okay.
Jody,
You all have a good evening. Have a great day tomorrow.
Angela,
And I'll be back on Saturday. So, I don't know if Dana or Becca are going to be streaming it. Becca usually streams on Friday mornings or Friday mid mornings. So, are you going to stream tomorrow, Becca? Becca? Create with Becca? Are you going to stream tomorrow? And she's been streaming during the afternoons, and I think that's great because there's not a lot going on in the afternoons. Friday at 10, you're going to be with Gigi. Are you going to do your diorama uh, project? She's been making a diorama, and she's using prompts every week. She gets a prompt, and she does that to the diorama, and then by the end of the year, it should have 52 prompts on it. Okay. So it's interesting, and you're going to go through 10 million ugly stages before you get to the pretty stage. It's just bound to happen. No prompt. Okay, you're just working on them. All righty, Roo. So you guys, good night.
have good have good rest
Good
tonight.
night, guys. Thanks for coming. All right. I want this, and I want this, and this. How about Joe? And I need to get my picture frame out with the beads Saturday night. I'll do that too. Good night.
Good night.